野郎、ここでくたばりやがれ。一片の情けも無用。
Holy shit!
黒天殺。
Imagine a world where nuclear war finally hit. The world's in shambles. Money is worthless. Gold and everything is just another thing of the past. You wind up with Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. Now, the story takes place with Kensiro, who is the successor of the Hokuto-no-ken, which is pretty much a deadly art that is known to use on how to yourself, you know, how to have strength in your body yourself, and also your strength into killing people in different ways. Now, there's a lot of backstory with the Hokuto-no-ken, but I'm just gonna put it like this: Kensiro is God. The end. The point about it is, though, that he was supposed to be the only one that's supposed to know this, but through, you know, through a little bit of story, if you really want to know the whole backstory of how come his brothers still know it, let's check up Fist Hokuto-no-ken. You'll understand the whole backstory, and it's a really good story, so I advise checking out the anime. But now, it's time to talk about the gameplay. The gameplay is really good. You have 3 different modes. You have yourself Legends mode, Dream mode, and Challenge mode. Legends mode is the basic storyline of Fist of the North Star, where it really tells the story out in good detail, in their own little different way, of how Ken pretty much came to be, how everything started out. And it's not told as in how, you know, direct cutscenes. It's mainly told during the gameplay of what's happening. So that's a little, you know, it's a little neat that you actually learn while you're playing the game, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta get a cutscene here or there so you can understand what's going on.
すまないが、水をもう一杯くれないか。
And if you already know the characters, you'll get a feeling of, you know, hey, I love this character. And you get to play through the whole, you don't get, you know, sidetracked through a few people. You get to play through the majority of the cast. So you will wind up playing as the Hokuto brothers and all the non-to guiders. Well, majority of the non-to guiders, at least about 6 of them. It really depends. What the game brings to the table is that it's pretty much, think of Dynasty Warriors, but with more killing and blood and violence.
かかってこい。死ねー！
brings out how the Hokuto-no-ken is, because pretty much it is a violent series. I mean, people are constantly dying every time something goes on, every few seconds. And it's really refreshing to actually go out and play, because I've sat here for hours playing that game. Hours. Hell, I got all the trophies for it. If you want a game where you want to get 100% trophies very easily, if you have a game that you can sit for hours, you get Fist of the North Star if you want your first platinum trophy. That's my first platinum trophy I've ever gotten in my entire life, and I'm happy about it. I feel appreciated. Now, what they come to deliver is you have certain things that you can learn with. They give you winning conditions, defeat, and everything, but they also give you a Meridian chart. The Meridian chart is your character and how your character will boost it. It's best to max out that chart as you possibly can, but some characters are going to be easier than others. Like Kensiro, you're going to be playing pretty much every little part of the story for Kensiro, so by the time you fight the final person, which is your brother Raoh, you should be maxed out. You should be fine. Everybody else, you may need to take a little time, and you may need to go into dream mode, and I get a little bit more into that, but we'll keep staying where legendary mode is. Legendary mode, you kind of go into like a linear story path, like, hey, you go here, beat these guys up, or go find this certain object to break, and it goes into a linear path. You can stray off the path to get extra things and help yourself unlock more star points, which is little things for completing missions, killing a certain person, or finding certain things, and that really helps you out because it gives you a boost of attack, weakens enemies, you know, boosted moves. Hell, it even gives you a boost of karma points, and karma points is what you get by killing people. Yes, you get points by killing people. And what these karma points do is when you collect a certain amount, it boosts your skill points for your Meridian chart up by a certain amount. Like first it'll start out at 8, but at the last second it'll go up to 36 or something. It depends on what level it is and how, I don't know how it exactly goes, but it goes in there. And with the Meridian chart unlocks certain things. Median chart. The median chart unlocks certain things, I'm sorry. And it can unlock from new skills to new specials. Hell, even unlocking certain little items to even boost you up. Like you'll have it to where it can unlock Rage, which raises your attack when you go into low health, your defense when you go into low health, and it even raises the efficiency of little items you find around there. Yeah, the items that you find around there will stay there until the end of the game, until you either leave that stage. They won't disappear, which is awesome because sometimes you kind of need to go back and use that item that if you need if you wind up dying. The gameplay is awesome. It's very fluid. Only thing you have a problem with is the camera, and that it's very, very long. It's a very long-paced game. You will be doing a lot of running unless you have certain characters that are fast, or a character that has, you know, a motorcycle, because you can't pick up a motorcycle randomly somewhere. But most of the time, if you have Raoh, you pretty much don't need to worry about traveling. It's just gonna be one quick race, just run through with my horse. And you know, especially it has to be good if you can summon it by your horse. But my favorite characters that I just like to play with the whole time, Kensiro. Toki.
激流を制するは聖水。
Raoh。
そうかい。ではそいつをいただくとするか。男。
And Raoh.
神はこの俺と戦いたがっている。
I'm sorry, those guys they just make the game very fun. And actually no, I take that back. His Trouser is also a fun one. He's pretty much in Bison if he was in this game. I'm sorry, if you look at how the specialty is, I kind of pretty much call him the Hokuto-no-ken's in Bison.
我らは聖帝軍とは関係ない。見逃してくれ。
And the little unique things that you can do is that, yeah, there's your basic fight commands, but there's also certain commands that come special with each character. Like if it's the R1 trigger, it's the R1 trigger. Wait, is it the R1 trigger? Let me check that. Yes, it is the R1 trigger. The R1 trigger activates certain little specials that each character can do. For instance, when you hit R1 with Toki, he goes into a counter stance. And what that does is if any character attacks him, he will counter their move and blast them back. Or if you're Trouser, for instance, which I call him in Bison for this reason, he will pulsate a wave of pretty much mental blades, and it can do it in the air and on the ground. So just constantly spamming that button just makes it like he's Bison stomping the whole time. It's very fun. For Raoh, he pretty much gets an armor base where he can walk through poisonous waters, plus arrows and everything doesn't throw him back. It just ding ding ding, just makes him pretty much big and buff. That's pretty much what that does. Kensiro, I forgot what it did, but I'll leave back to you. For the most part, the gameplay is solid, but with the cutscenes and everything will get you right there, and the music is beautiful and rocking at the same time. Because hey, who else wouldn't beat somebody's face into some good, awesome rock music? The one thing is that my favorite song from the whole thing is Acceptance of Fate, because Ray.
とうとう最後の時が来たらしい。いいか、市長生が頭上に落ちる日まで精一杯生きろ。たとえ一瞬でもいい。女として生きろ。女の幸福を求めるのだ。さらばだ。来るな！来てはならぬ。俺はお前にだけは俺の砕けていく無様な死に方を見せたくない。幸せにな。
If you enjoy the series, you'll enjoy this game because it pretty much is fit for people of the Fist of the North Star series. And if you just like a game, you just want to have some time where you just go and beat the crap out of people for no apparent reason, this game's also good for you too. If you want to bring a friend over, that's where Dream Mode comes in. And Dream Mode also has two separate things to where you can have a friend and you just beat the crap out of a lot of people and have a good old fun, goofy time just destroying everything. Or you can have it you can go through it one player, and it kind of is more of a what if saga, but it cuts in through the middle of certain things. Like right after Kensiro defeats King, he gets into his own little story mode of what would happen if he changes up a couple of things now, or like if Shin did this instead, or what would happen if Raoh helped Toki. A lot of things do change in the midst of the What If series, which is really kind of cool, because it's like you kind of think to yourself, yeah, well, what if that did happen? What if they didn't do this? Or what if something else happened? Would it be an easier way of, you know, Hokuto and Nanto working together? And that's what it does. It pretty much shows how they unite the Hokuto and Nanto, but due to the fact of either they are too, they can't, you know, they can't wait, or they can't, you know, they can't hold off, or they want to prove how strong they are, or it's too late. That's how the destiny is. And so pretty much Dream Mode's like, well, what if Raoh did help, or what if Kensiro did this? It's a really good, you know, letting you know. So it's good to play around. Dream Mode, I would say play. Challenge Mode, it pretty much challenges you where you pick one character of your favorite choice. Hopefully it's a character that's maxed out stats, and you go in there and you fight all of the certain characters you fight all the Nantos, or you can fight all the Hokutos. When you fight them, it's going to be a hard challenge. It's not like, you know, easy said and done. Like their attack or their life is boosted. Hell, it took me a while to even try to beat one person. I couldn't even beat one person. It was that challenging. So I'm still trying, but I'm gonna keep going until we get the right way. Yeah, and the tutorial mode is really easy paced. It's not really that bad. It's not that bad. It's really good, and it'll teach you a little bit. It'll teach you easier, but I just jumped straight into the game. I didn't really need to be taught much because I played the demo. Another thing that I will recommend: do not put it on English voice acting. Just don't. Just leave it in Japanese. Don't touch the dial. Don't touch the dial. Just leave it. Leave it on Japanese. Okay. Okay? Good. Now, there's a lot into this game that you can do. You can even taunt enemies to jump in front of you, and you can pull off a major special that can just kill out the whole group. It's really up to you. You can either beat them up one by one, or make them all jump up and just blow them off with a freaking special, and just prove how strong you are, and you stand there and just like, I'm God. Screw you guys. I have the power of millions in my palm of my hand. Hell, Chuck Norris got nothing on me. I love the game. I love the cutscenes. I will say a couple of little things kind of makes it look weird. I do love the intros for all the characters. It gives you a little bit of like, yeah, well, it's time to get ready to go kick some ass. It's just that I just hate that, you know, you still have to see like certain little things happen again, like Ray's death. But all in all, you will enjoy this game. I have, but to be honest, you will enjoy the game if you're into games that's similar to Dynasty Warriors, and if you're a fan of the Hokuto-no-ken series. Just be careful for when you do certain things, like the Big Dipper chart. If you wind up getting all 5 of those, but it's like your 3rd attempt, expect long button pressing of the fingers and trying to memorize which one it is. I'm serious. You will be getting confused with these 2 the whole time. Because I'm sitting there trying to hit the whole combination and then going up and screwing up and hitting the wrong one. I'm like, damn it! Then you have to start all over again. So it's best if you can on your first try, get all the star points, go in there, beat the boss, and get it done. Because once you have to go back in there again, it gets hard as hell. But once you do, if you do get all the button presses in there, it feels satisfying as ever. It just makes you feel great about it. Talk on Hokuto-no-ken's Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. And they're making a second one, which just blew my mind. I can't wait. And I hope, there's a lot of new things for it. I hope there's like a different, hopefully not too much has changed and it's still in the same way, but like they fixed the camera and they fixed a certain couple of things. But I hope that it just, I just can't wait. JFK Gamers 1 signing out. And if you, just go try out Ken's Rage. Just try it out. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
この世紀末、北斗神拳伝承者に安息の日々となる。乱世が俺を呼んでいる。パンパンパンパンパンに生魂戦う心焦げつくほどにパンパンパンパンパンに魂消えない炎山砕くほどに信じる心輝く太陽熱く燃え上がれ光を超えたルートなれバーニングバー